everything is at our fingertips, dog. In terms of just like finding out the truth about whatever it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? The truth is not too far away from niggas, so people could see right through that stuff. And I don't know, for the sake of, okay, number one, the 1 point more moral of the story, right? As I'm, you know, dissecting through the details that have been just put before us, right? The thing is that number one, bro, like the whole thing of, I feel like niching, right? The whole thing of focusing down on a specific audience. You know what I'm saying? Doubling down on the type of content to make, to keep sensitizing the kind of audience that are into that. You know what I mean? That are into that kind of content. It's like within those communities, within those audiences, the people that become interested and then, you know, fall out of interest within a specific niche, right? Within a specific theme in terms of topic and all of that. It's like those people, they rotate. Somebody new that is interested in that topic might just like pop up today, and then with, you know, 2 months down the line they're not interested in that, and then like somebody else after that that gets interested in that topic might fall into the audience that you gotta cater for. But now guess what? All those people are just rotating. You just get new people, and then they become old people. They fall off. New people. But you gotta keep catering to that, so that you know, that topic or whatever that you gotta keep talking about is there, so that the rotation of the audience can just like get it there. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's this entrapment when we're talking about niching down, dog. And the red pill, especially if you like, it has nothing to do with like red pill or specific content creators, but you as an individual, if you understand how algorithms just reward you if you just niche down and double down on content, right? Now with that being said, take into mind, you know what I'm saying, the kind of momentum that maybe a red pill guy like Myron Gaines starts. You know what I'm saying? He has to keep that going. Even if maybe deep down, bro, he might realize that, yo, bro, what I be talking about is like straight garbage at the moment. You know what I'm saying? I can feel it in my bones. But because he gets rewarded, bro, I feel like whether you give him positive feedback, or negative feedback about whatever the fucking, you know, whatever the narrative he's pushing. My bad. Put the language. But whatever he's pushing, right? Whether you give him positive or negative feedback, the algorithm is just gonna keep rewarding, you know, that action. The fact that he's putting out these messages, these red pill messages, right? And that's why now, you know, for as long as there's just activity, whether dislikes or likes, whatever the fuck you click, you know, the algorithm is just gonna put attention and energy on that and keep putting it in front of people's faces. And that's what rewards somebody like a Myron Gaines, even though now he can contradict himself and probably, you know, kick it with a 304, whereas, you know, in the podcast he be bashing 304s, but then you like, dog, you be kicking it with a 3, for example, right? I'm not saying, like, I don't care about Myron Gaines' details like that. I just be hearing random miscellaneous information about him. I know he's just like, you know, a polarizing individual, you know, leaning more to the negative side. Like, people don't fuck with him. More people, you know, don't fuck with him than those that do, right? That's all I know about Myron Gaines. But that was just an example. You understand what I'm saying? So, but then now, these red pill guys, you know, poster boys, poster children, they end up becoming hypocrites. They end up looking like hypocrites. But then now, if you look at it from the standpoint that I just broke down, you know what I'm saying, the concept behind niching, you know what I'm saying, and just like respecting the energy of niching your content, you know what I mean? So I feel like now, right, for you to not develop yourself into becoming a corny individual about whatever you want to dive into, make sure that it's something that could like grow, well, age beautifully, you know what I'm saying, in your view. Something that you can be proud of, like when you look back at it. I don't know, sometime down the line from this point and be like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? To this day, I can stand on this shit. You know what I mean? Because ever since, you know what I'm saying, when Kevin Samuels was peaking, bro, was just like going crazy, right? Was at the tippity top of just like, I think he was, you know, leader of the Red Pill. I think he was. I guess he was, right? Kevin Samuels, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was leader of the Red Pill, you know, movement and shit like that. But you know, since 2020, bro, you know, it was. I feel like it was a time when I guess it was necessary for the Red Pill to just like show its ass, the Red Pill energy to just show its ass, because everybody was just indoors anyway. You know what I'm saying? It was back during the pandemic days. And then people was just like, you know, there was all these gaps for just new information that could entertain people or educate people or whatever the case. So they just saw a gap. But did they think about like how this shit would age? Nah. Because I feel like this is just a super masculine version of, you know, a petty woman, right? A woman that's like in their feelings, right? This is like the super masculine of being in your feelings. You get the red pill, you get the red pill mindset, you get the red pill narratives, the birth of those. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm seeing there. You feel me? And I feel like, you know, the moral of the story is just niggas just realize. I feel like niggas know how corny they are. It's just, number one, it's the rewarding of the algorithms. That's why they just keep seeing it necessary to push narratives even to a point of extreme corniness, right? Extreme just ignorance. You understand what I'm saying? But it's all because just niche, bro. Just stick to that one thing. I promise that. That's how folks be eating. You know what I'm saying? I actually forgot my second point. There's a second point that Meezy touched on right here. I kind of forgot about it because, you know, I got into this deep ass rabbit hole. Yeah, whatever, man. But yeah, that is the moral of the story in terms of what I get from this video right here, dog. You know what I mean? I think the other point I wanted to make was about just like, you know, just this whole heteroactivity thing in terms of heterosexual attraction. You know what I'm saying? The conversation about love, bro. How do y'all feel about love these days, dog? In terms of, you know, the whole romantic thing. I mean, we just saw a clip right now, right, about this guy being asked, yo, is it like, was it a thing between you and your girl right here that y'all both saw it appropriate for this girl to be wearing like this or be rocking clothes like this, knowing that she is a girl that is not single, right? Since you're the boyfriend, you know what I mean? And, you know, he was like, yeah, nah, you know, she consulted me first, yeah, and, you know, I feel like it's okay, you know, the dress is a little bit skimpy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, is it really, you know, this beautiful thing, this beautiful, inspiring, just, I don't know, silky smooth, romantic feeling that you get when you see two people coming together in the name of love? You know what I'm saying? Or is it really just like two degenerate minds that have seen a way that they could resonate with one another and just like bond with one another on some trauma bond kind of vibe? And as long as we're here with one another, I have something, you know what I'm saying? I have something that I'm gripping you with in terms of your mental or psychological degeneracy, and you have something that you're gripping me with. You know what I'm saying? In terms of just like completing me. Whereas nah, it's actually just you playing the role of my shadow, right? Playing the role of covering my shortcoming, my shadow side. You know what I'm saying? Just covering that and tolerating that, and I do the same for you, and then that's the reason why we stick together. Cause it's like, that's all it is, bro. Love. What the hell is love anymore, dog? You feel what I'm saying? It's like y'all completing each other's shortcomings. That's damn. I can't believe there's no other word I can use for this, bro. Like, I feel, I hope y'all understand where I'm going at. You know what I'm saying? Things like your traumatic side to you, your toxic side to you. I mean, the side that was like traumatized a whole lot, and then finding somebody that could like just soothe those traumas, whereas it's like, you gotta heal those traumas, become a complete person, and then, I don't know, share that kind of construction, share that kind of positivity about you with someone else. You feel what I'm saying? Because of your need, you see a gap that the world needs. That it needs the complete version of you. You know what I'm saying? For you to share that with the world, and then that's how you share. That's what really love is, instead of like people just trauma bonding with one another. You know what I'm saying? All in the name of love. So, with minds that just take the wrong thing and just act degenerate all in the name of love, that's how you get today's kind of just heteroactivity. That's really, you know what I'm saying, mindless and senseless, if you ask me. So man, and then you get people who are traumatized and then go off and start movements like the red pill, communities and shit like that. That's crazy.